hopefully it comes through. But again, your viewer needs to believe that you just found out, that you were just on the internet and found out it's 50-50. And again, hopelessness, I would say, would be like, okay, you went through chemo, you went through this stuff, and this and this and this happened, and still nothing, and finally, after you've exhausted all your, you know what I mean? It's too new.
Yeah, okay. Because I don't know. I'm having trouble since it's the whole cancer thing. I have no idea about any of that.
So that's good, but you're going to have to research it a little bit, and don't copy his performance. Do your own version, okay?
So I was trying to think, because I was thinking about thinking about the actual situation. If I had found out I had cancer, I think the first couple of days I would be like shook.
Well, how long has it been since he found out?
I think like 5.
It's been less than a week.
Okay.
He says that. I don't think that's true.
I think
watch the movie, bro.
It probably is less than a week, because he's your best friend.
5 days is less than a week, so 5 days.
So
5 days.
regardless if it's 5 days or 2 days, 50-50.
Does it,
So you just said, if Diego, and then we're not playing Diego, we're playing a character anyway, but you can certainly connect to what that could feel like.
Okay, I understand this.
He doesn't even know his name, man. 50-50 that you're going to be dead, and I don't know how long that, did the character read how long it takes?
It depends on how much the cancer is.
Well, that's what
I don't even know how much the cancer is, so I couldn't tell.
Well, you probably would need to find that out if you're playing a role. Like, what does he know?
Okay.
What if it's 50-50, okay? Does that 50-50 shot of dying within 40 years? Or is it 50-50 chance of dying in 6 months?
I think it's just, in general, 50-50 of beating it or not.
Over how long of a span, though?
I mean, that's like, you catch people at stage 1, they make it 5 years. Catch people at stage 3, stage 4, 6 months.
Okay. Is that what you kind of found out?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Well, that's like breast cancer, so like.
All right. Okay. So how old are you, Diego?
20.
Okay. So by 25, best case scenario, you're dead. Okay, that's best case scenario. And if you just found out, there's no way in hell you're going best case scenario. I would be thinking, you just found out, I would be thinking worst case scenario. I could be dead in a month. I mean, that shit happens. You know, people go into the hospital just for a checkup, and they find out they have cancer and they're dead in a week. I mean, that happens. Especially if you've been on the internet looking as this character. He's reading all these stories, and he's got all that shit swimming around in his head. 6 days ago, there was no cancer. You probably were, have no problem smoking 6, 7, 8 cigarettes an hour. Who cares? You're fine. You're going to live forever. But you just found out. That's where you're going to lose your audience if you don't bring that truth to it, because they're not going to buy it. They're going to go, I don't believe he believes it. He looks more freaked out than you.
One other thing. Okay, first off, would you say anxiety? Would anxiety
be suitable? It could work. Sure, you could use anxiety if you need to. You could use panic. You could use hysteria.
Okay.
You got to think about what the character should look like. Start like that. Okay. Remove the movie from your head. Number one, it's different casting. Mm-hmm. We don't know his version was the best one. Maybe you could do it better. I don't know. Okay? You just don't know, and you can't. If you start comparing yourself to that, then you got that running in your head.
Yes.
Right?
Killing creativity.
So you got to throw that out and imagine the scene. The character looks like you, and it's playing in front of you as if you're watching it like a movie. How would you look in the scene, behavior-wise? How would you look? Would you look freaked out? Would you look scared? Would you look like, you've been losing sleep? Would you be like your stomach in knots? Where would you? Did you have any of that?
Now I'm imagining it, no.
So, do you think he should?
Yes.
Okay, so then you're going to fix that.
Yes.
Okay.